I happened to ask someone what they are doing to observe Martin Luther King Day. And he responded, "That's not our holiday, that's theirs." For many Jews and non Jews alike, African Americans are the other. And as we've learned from Pittsburgh and ever since, for many Americans, Jews are the other as well. We Jews and Blacks used to be smarter. We used to help each other. And that's an important lesson from the life of Moshe Rabbeinu, Moshe, our teacher. We begin this week the book of Shemot, the book of Exodus. We are introduced to the leader who is going to take us out of the land of Egypt, to Moses, to Moshe. What made him qualified to be our leader? Why was he chosen? Well, our sages point out it was because of several incidents that we read right at the beginning of the story. One, where he sees an Egyptian hitting a Jew, and he comes to the Jew's rescue. The next is when he sees two Jews fighting amongst themselves, and he comes to the rescue. But that's not enough. There's a story where he sees the Midianite girls drawing water, and he comes and helps them. It was only when Moshe helped the other, when it didn't make a difference to him whether it was a Jew or a non-Jew, when he showed that he believes we're all of God's children, that he was suitable to be the leader of the Jewish people. I hear from times to time people telling me about African Americans, that they all hate us. And in light of Conway West and everything that unfolded after that, those sentiments are reinforced. But they don't all hate us. It was Martin Luther King who did not hate us. He wrote in his letter to a Zionist friend, "Anti-Semitism, the hatred of the Jewish people, has been and remains a blot on the soul of mankind. In this we are in full agreement. So know also this: anti-Zionist is inherently anti-Semitic and ever will be." Martin Luther King stood up for the Jewish people, and he helped make America, all America, better. 160 years ago, here in America, we fought a civil war. It was white people who had forcibly brought blacks here to America as slaves. And after more than 100 years, blacks were still not treated as second-class citizens. People couldn't be properly buried because of the color of their skin. Schools were separated, restrooms were separated, drinking fountains were separated, and people were forced to give up their seats because of the color of their skin. And as much as it contradicts our vision of the American dream, that was the way it was in large part of this nation. And why? Let me quote you these words from the best-selling book, The Body. A professor and surgeon named Ben Oladir gently incised and peeled back a sliver of skin about a millimeter thick from the arm of a cadaver. It was so thin as to be translucent. That, he said, is all your skin color is. That's all race is. A sliver of epidermis. And he continues, people act as if skin color is the determinant of character when all it is reaction to sunlight. That's all it is that separates us. A sliver of epidermis. Martin Luther King helped us let the sun shine through. Only by getting past this, they're all, which is also said about Jews, can we see the fulfillment of the immortal words from Malachi. Have we not all one Father? Has not one God created us? Why do we deal treacherously with one another by profaning the covenant of the Father? Shabbat Shalom.